here. Hello, everyone. Oh, I need to get a real chair. It's in my shopping cart on Amazon, and I need to just do the order thing. I stopped because brother said he had a chair, but it might just be faster to order one. All right, so welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going okay so far. Good news, we have coffee today, and we're using the kids' handmade incense burner to set the mood. Oh, yes. Thank you guys for all of the super chats last week. We got a coffee pot. We are not enjoying cowboy coffee any longer. We're having the real McCoy today. Okay. I have some hellos and some stuff in the chat, but first of all, we are going to look at the stuff that came out of the tumbler. This beautiful assortment of pre-cut cabs and stuff that went into the tumbler. We're going to play good news, bad news. Good news, I got to go out rock hounding. I found some stuff. Bad news, it snowed yesterday. Good news, it's nicer today. Bad news, the stuff I found isn't very great. Good news, we've got cool stuff to look at in the tumbler. There really is more good news than bad news, so I have to stop there. There's some questions in the chat that I want to address, and I want to say hello to everybody before we dig into the rocks today, but I did want to kind of give everybody a quick run through of what we're going to look at and do today. So let's do the hellos first, because there are some people here early. Let's see, who was here in the very beginning? Was it Jackie? Was the first one in? Karen, Andrew, Jeff, John, Angie, Jennifer. Oh my goodness, everybody. I have coffee, Jennifer. Yes. Yes, I got a new coffee maker. Thank you for checking on me. Hey, Josh. Good to see everyone this morning. Andrew had a question. An interesting question. He just bought I can't remember, and my thing isn't, I'm having a hard time scrolling up the way that my computer is set up. He said he's got a 98-gram meteorite that he just obtained. My first question, Andrew, is what type? Is it an ordinary chondrite? And then his second question was, should he get it classified? Which means that we send a 20-gram sample or whatever percent of that rock, whichever is greater, to a lab. The lab runs an analysis on it, writes up a write-up. We give it a name or a number, and Andrew's name would then be in the Met Bowl. I've got to, just my knee-jerk reaction is no, Andrew. Enjoy your 98-gram unclassified meteorite. But no, I wouldn't. It costs money to get your meteorites classified. Another thing he said was the memberships with Topher Spin Meteorites, don't they do a classification, offer a classification as part of their membership? And the answer to that is no, they don't. They will look at your rock if you found something and you think it might be a meteorite. The group, Topher Spin Meteorites Knowledge Bullhead Crew, will collectively look at your rock and give you their opinion, but that is not a classification. That is just a, yes, I think it's a meteorite. No, I think it isn't. I'm not sure. I think it's stony iron. So it's a palisite. Awesome. Fantastic, Andrew. I bet that's a beautiful meteorite. If for some reason you should cut that, if it's not already cut and it looks incredibly unique, rare and unique inside, then yes, by all means, we should classify that. But if it's just a 98-gram unclassified palisite, you've obtained it, I hope, for something that was kind of affordable. Now the question is, do you want to sink in, 6 months to a year's worth of time and upwards of $250 or more to get that classified? Like I say, I would say probably not, unless it's something incredible. But otherwise, just enjoy your meteorite. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm kind of jealous. I don't have any unclassified palisites in my collection. Lovingly jealous. Not cut. Should I cut it? It depends. Here we go again with the it depends answer. It's very cool. So if it's very cool externally, if it's got if it's oriented or it's got something really interesting going on outside, it's beautiful, you can see a lot of the features from the outside, then no. If it's just killing you and it's kind of weathered on the outside and it's not real pretty on the outside and it's just killing you to see what's on the inside, then yes. So you have some options. Same thing goes with the rock, should I cut it or shouldn't I? Which direction? This has got some gorgeous little druzy stuff happening in this little dark pocket right here. There was some more druzy. Would I try to incorporate that into my cut or would I just ignore that? So there's always a decision. When you cut a rock, it's never the same again afterward. You've forever altered it. So sometimes that's intimidating enough to make me be like, I'm not ready to cut that material yet. I'm not feeling like it spoke to me enough to commit. So I'm sure, hey Bear, I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced that before too, where you get a really nice material and it kind of intimidates you a little bit. So it's creative art, right? When we cut things, not all of us are going to pick the same direction or the same angle or the same cab. Everybody's opinion of what's beautiful is slightly different than the next guy's. And good for, that's good. That's a good thing. I'm glad that you guys don't all like the same rocks as I do, or there'd be none left for me. Yes, do send me an email, Andrew. I'm curious to see. Yes, get to the chopper, Angie. Angie says, Allison says, cut them all. I do, but I have my moments of hesitation. I'm not going to kid you guys. I really do. Yeah, cutting your first meteorite can be intimidating, even if it's not a fancy meteorite, because you're just like, at that point in time, you don't know what you're doing. You're a novice. So before we look at the cabs, I want to look at some of the stuff I found. I shake my head because I'm just, wow, it was rough. Yeah, and that's okay, John. Thank you. I appreciate all your help. John was answering questions in the chat, and yeah, interpretation goes a long way. If I could explain that better, it's easier for me to explain because I'm talking to you guys, and John, you're trying to explain via the keyboard. Sometimes things get lost in translation. I need to go get a black or a white background so we can look at this stuff and up close. I'll be right back. Good morning, Papas. It's starting to precipitate outside. Isn't that lovely? Yes, yesterday the precipitation was hard to identify. Was it rain? Was it snow? Was it hail? Was it sleet? You guys ever seen like those little styrofoam ball snows? They're not snowflakes and they're not quite hail. They're just like little styrofoam ball snows. We had some of those yesterday. You could hear them hitting the windows and stuff. It was kind of nasty here yesterday. Okay. Excuse the chair noise. And I'll probably kick the tripod, several times. Hey, you guys, we're all a new guy once, right? Like, we're all new to stuff when we are new to stuff. It takes a little while to get learned about things. So don't be too hard on yourselves. You guys are doing a great job. It's 80 in North Carolina. Angie. So I found some stuff. This spot that I went is really, really close to my house, but it's also kind of like not the best rock hounding. But while the weather was nice enough for me to get out, it really wasn't nice. So one thing about the prairie is there aren't a lot of trees out here. And there's this little walking path just outside of town, and there are some trees there. And so when it's windy, I'm like, hi, Tiger Eye. I'm just going to go down to the walking path where I've got a little windbreak and a little bit of shelter, and it's just right close to home. So if I get winded out, I'm not out a whole bunch of gas and stuff, fuel and things, right? So that's where I went. It was windy and stuff, but check out this little fossil rock that I found. You guys see all the little crinoid bits in there? Like here's one right here. I mean, there's just so many. Is it a like coral fossil? Is it just a like death plate of crinoids and things? I really don't know. But this rock is big enough that, say it with me if you know what I'm gonna say, it's got a date with the chopper. We gotta chop this up. We gotta see what's going on inside. And will it polish? Will it take a polish? We've got to know these things. Some of these just aren't worth looking at. This isn't the most beautiful rock by any means, but I kind of liked its lines, and I thought maybe it might make an interesting slab someday. It's probably some kind of chert and will be ridiculously hard to cut. But will it take a polish? That spider may have been dead for quite some time. He was just teeny tiny. I don't know what this is, but I liked it. So I picked it up. Oh, the septarian chunk I found. This is behind me. I picked up a quartz. I never pick up quartz. You know I'm having a rough day if I'm picking up quartz. But you just never know when one might want or need a solid chunk of quartz. So that came home. This is odd. I don't not like quartz, Angie. It's just so abundant here that I'm like, oh my gosh, if I picked up quartz. Oh, I've got like orange ink on my fingers and stuff too. I'm sorry, guys. I did try. I did. I went and washed my hands and scrubbed my fingers before this, so I tried to not look like a homeless person, but yeah, I don't know what this is. I've found like one other of these, and I put it aside. In fact, it might even live in this drawer. Well, not the same. I thought it was the same, but it's not. This one's far cooler. Shroom, what's happening? Okay, anyway, it's odd. I don't know what it is. What else? Yeah, what is that? What did Shroom say? He's on the road. Yeah, drive safe. I don't know. So some of those I just, you know, I pick them up and bring them home. I got to learn more about them is why. Yeah, that's about all I think I care to look at out of that box. The others are just like ones we've already seen. So there was some weird stuff. And of course, the tumblers are always wanting fed. So if it looks like good tumbler stuff, it's coming home with me. I don't know what it is. I think it'll be cool in the tumbler though. This caught my eye for the tumbler. I think the other side's kind of boring. Oh, it's not either. It's worth looking at. I've done one of these before in the tumbler. It turned out really cool. So when I saw another one, I picked it up. Just dripped on my keyboard. It's okay. What's in there, guys? I don't know. I haven't looked at it up close yet. I thought that maybe looked like a crinoid, but I could be wrong. It could be Cheetos. What else is in here? Found a couple really tiny woods. Oh, this will be pretty in the tumbler. It's just kind of a little guy, but I was digging the stripy rocks the other day when I was hunting. And I had a couple that went through the tumbler that were like little robin eggs, and I kind of liked that. So I picked him up for the tumbler. Getting tired of hearing me say that yet? Yeah, I mean, like when I say I found little pet woods, I do mean little guys. So, what is that? I don't know, but it's real dirty still, so we're not gonna look at it. All right, so like I say, I got to get out the other day. Not impressive. I was like, well, I mean, maybe this will be cool when we cut it. And maybe it'll take a polish. It's kind of cool. It's kind of groovy. Ha, groovy. All right. Messed that all up. Wonder where my other tripod is. Let me find that super quick. Chat amongst yourselves. Hi, Ryan. How's your Wednesday going? Oh, the kids are here. Hey, how'd your track meet go yesterday?
Kicked stupendous ass.
Did you?
I placed 4th in that meet, and that was the top 8 meet.
4th in the top 8 meet, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, my guy. What's that mean? Like you're fourth fastest in the entire state?
No.
Or
not yet. Not yet.
All right, not yet.
4th fastest on this side of the state.
On this side of the state. Glad to hear you're feeling movable today, Ryan. Mobility is something we all take for granted, I think. If we don't have it, maybe we would be, I'm excited for your walking in Kentucky. Hey, Jennifer. I think I said hello to you once. I love the bell on your door. Yeah. Lets us know what door people are coming in and out of. Yeah, Ryan. We hope you're doing well.
Can I show off my newest creation?
Oh, please. Before I turn us around and we look at the cab rocks, I think I had hinted that the kid was making trying to lay the honey dipper.
Do you want me to show them the honey dipper?
Bring it. What were you gonna show him?
Something different.
Oh, he's got another something. Bring the thing too, the container. The Steinkern. You guys wait till you see this Steinkern.
Bring my mug.
Oh, it is Steinkernerific.
Along with the honey dipper I made. Let me show off my newest.
Hang on. Wait. I know you're excited. What's in the bottom of that? Epoxy?
Yeah.
What's in your mug? Cheers, guys, and Steinkern.
What does Steinkern mean?
Come over here and show us your thing.
Alright. So it consists of multiple parts, as you might be able to tell.
Oh, is it a gyroscope?
It's a top, but yeah.
It's a top,
Same
but
thing.
yeah?
Same thing, really.
It is pretty cool, isn't it, moi?
So I'm yet to add a metal bottom. I'm just going to use a little thumbtack
Oh,
fin.
I think I might have one for you, even a metal one, yeah.
Do we have super glue?
Yep,
Okay.
always.
It goes together like this, and then you pull on this string, and it'll spin like a top. And I made a little handle on a string.
Phew,
And
so you could let her rip.
just a minute ago. I ran home. Yeah, no.
Too cool.
It's my newest creation.
If I could think of anywhere that was like halfway not rugged and
Yeah.
stuff, I'd let her rip and we'd watch it. Cool, he made a top. Yeah, he made a top. How cool. John says that's very clever. And Ryan says creative.
I let it rip in the shop and it just...
Tomcat said sweet Steinkern and dipper. Bear says he freaking loves it. Moi says it's freaking cool. Andrew says that's cool.
But no, I let her rip in the shop.
Ryan
and
says
it
put
goes.
some mead in there.
Some what?
Mead.
Oh,
Didn't
my
your dad
goodness.
make some mead once? Oh, your uncle did.
Probably.
I don't know, Jennifer. He's pretty handy, isn't he? Says, is there anything? She says, is there anything you can't create?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh. On the stove behind me. I don't think that's big enough.
It goes places.
It goes places, yeah, and it needs a little metal bottom, he said, so we'll do that. Yeah, very, very cool.
I'll probably get it this afternoon when I go to welding class.
Oh, there you go.
Because we have super glue activator there.
There's leftover taco meat in the fridge. There's a bag of chips if you want just to heat it up and eat it on a chip. Mr. Chubby Hubby says, howdy and cool mug and wooden top and hopes you folks are well. Good to see you, Chubby Hubby. This is not the robotics kid, John, although hopefully maybe in the future.
Definitely.
You're going to do that in the future, definitely. Cool. Yeah, he should. He's pretty crafty kid. They could use him on the robotics team. In fact, I'm not entirely sure. I was going to say I'm not entirely sure that he didn't have a comment or two that might have affected the last robotics team, even though he wasn't on the team.
Oh.
Didn't they jack a chain off your bike?
That and they used my angle grinder to make last ditch repairments.
So he made his contributions last year. The bear says you can do tricks with that kind of stuff. When he was little, he had a gyroscope and he did tricks with that. Like he would make it run on a string. He'd hold the string. Like, I don't know how he'd do it, but
with my teeth in my
yeah,
hand.
he'd get that thing going and then he'd hold that string and do tricks with the gyroscope on the string. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Spot says, me thinks it won't be long until someone has their own YouTube channel, but would like to see some collaborations first from the Prairie Girl Mom and the Prairie Dog Pups. Oh.
Where are these chips you so speak of?
I think actually that I was chewing on them last night. They're over here. Okie dokie. We're gonna turn around and look at some pretty rocks finally. I'm so excited. This batch turned out so good. Another batch finishes tomorrow, but it's more just like rocks. And I started the third tumbler and gosh, I keep forgetting what's in there. My excuse for forgetting what was in the third tumbler the other day was that I was like frantically busy the day that I loaded it and I had help starting it. And then tops and mugs matter too. Chubby happy. I switched grits the other day. Oh, and I was completely delighted with everything that was in there. It's a mix of like really old cuts and agates and stuff. There was some pretty stuff in there. Anyway, stuff that's coming up. The next one finishes tomorrow. Eek. And then we've got a week or 2 week wait before. So like I say, I've got 3 tumblers and they finish all at different times. So I've got a finished product coming out this week and a finished product coming out this week and then a finished product coming out this week, and then they rotate. But there is like 1 week or 2 weeks in there where things aren't finishing. So all right, I did finally. Yeah, I have to keep track on a paper too, and I should just like number my barrels or color code them, or I don't know, draw a shape on them or something so that I can keep track. You know, one's a heart, one's a star, one's a smiley face or whatever. But so far I've been able to keep track of what's going on by like a 2-word description. In fact, let me just show you really quick how I've managed. Oh, well, it's a good thing those are old pages and I don't need them anymore. So I'll give a date, and then like this was rocks and glass. We're in these ones, rocks and glass, and then I'm keeping track of what grit they're on. Hey, Jason, glad you could join us at Dandelion Wine this year. Ooh-wee. That'd be, I grew a fantastic dandelion crop in my yard. The glass finished, so then we switched to cabs and rocks. Cabs and rocks, cabs and rocks. And then we add the third tumbler. So we have cabs and rocks and other. It says other tumbler. I couldn't read it backwards. Rocks and agate petwood and other tumbler. That's probably why I can't remember what's in there, is I just keep calling it other tumbler. So the rocks are on their finishing polish. The agates and petwood are on the stage 1, the coarse. And the other tumbler is on medium grit, stage 2. So the rocks finish tomorrow. Hey, so everybody's saying hello. Ryan, I think Angie was here earlier, but she's just saying hi to Moi, and Moi's saying hi back. I love it. And Jason's lurking. And he says it's a family thing now. His grandpa got him and a number of his cousins into making mead. So now they're off doing their thing, meading it up. So that's how I keep track. I had to. I couldn't remember what I was doing anymore. So let's do the thing. Please be patient with the ride I take you on, and let's cross our fingers that this tiny little tripod can do the trick for us today and not...
Build one?
Yeah, build me a tripod. I want one that hangs overhead. Okay, my apologies to everyone. Thanks for hanging in there and being patient. Come on, little tripod, you can do it. And pinch zoom. Okay, let's start with the ugly one. Is there another piece of that here? Yeah, I think this was actually one piece and it broke. And of course, they're not really ugly.
Like a VR chat hangout session, it's just a thing.
There's my favorite rake, says Moi. Did you get yourself a rake yet, Moi? I'll keep my eyes out in the fields this summer for you. So this is actually a rock that I found locally. Unikite. Thanks, Angie. That word escapes me sometimes. I was so proud of myself one time last year because I found like a boulder-sized chunk of this, and I was like, Unikite, I remembered the name. And that was like the last time that ever happened. That I ever remembered the name. So, here's another local rock. We'll get those out of the way too before we get right into things. It don't look like much. I'm fairly certain, though, that the reason why I kept dinking around with this stuff, let's see if I can do the drift, too, while I'm not paying attention. Watch my hand drift. Is because it's super UV reactive.
Mom, you gotta go up. Yeah.
Lots of competing light in here today, but yeah. Funner stuff to play with. This was a local material, and this was too. One of the nicer agates I've found out here on the prairie. I don't find those, grapefruit sized or baseball sized agates that they find on the Yellowstone. And it's not even necessarily one of the prettiest agates that I found out here, but I was like, if I'm going to find agates, I should run them through the tumbler. This, though, what is this?
The bell goes off.
Soul popping in. How's it going, Soul?
Crosses her feet and leans against the wall. Just drinking. I'm like, all right. Just gonna face
Is it a Jasper? I like all the stuff stuck in. The sticky any bits. Different textures and stuff in that.
She's waiting to give me a lecture, dog. She probably went to Dale's class. I was like, sorry, I was late. Katie was drinking water.
I like that piece. And I didn't actually run this through the whole stage of grits. I found it mostly smooth already, and then as you tumble, your rocks get smaller, or as you tumble, you realize that something isn't going to make it or shouldn't go on. It broke, and it's got a sharp edge on it now. And so instead of putting it through to the next grit, I'll pull it out and hold it aside for another tumbling batch. And so this was an already pretty smooth rock, and I threw it in like at the final polish. So it did not tumble the whole way through. It just polished in the last final grit, and just in order to keep the tumbler at a proper height. So, but I do like that piece. Okay, moving on.
So that little time to watch it? Oh,
Everybody's offering moi their rakes. Hey, Sandmaker, thanks for jumping in here and joining us. Or maybe you sauntered in, or snuck in, or crawled in. I don't know what you did, but you got in here. Thanks for joining us. That's what the rock showing segment should be called, is what? I got family stones. Little rocks on the prairie. Yes. Yeah, they don't have to be fully smooth for me either, Ryan. Like I say, I know a lot of people out there take their tumbling far more serious than I do. But that's okay. Oh, look, I found one more local rock in here. Local stuff. I have no idea what it is.
Monday night, I was walking home from a track meet.
It's far more red in hand than it's showing up on the camera. That's bizarre. The whole thing has kind of a red hue, and in the camera it looks kind of brown.
You know, you're walking by some dude's house and you're looking in the main window, you see this giant
Anyway,
tree playing like a model.
something that I cut, I liked, and so I had a piece of it. It went in the tumbler. The rest of what's in here, though, I'm pretty sure is stuff that I purchased. Couple of crazy laces.
What's that stupid set of laws where if someone
Thanks, Tiger Eye.
for like 2 weeks? Oh yeah. You can't. What is that called?
Squatters' rights.
Yeah. So we're gonna get well versed in that.
I don't know what you guys are chatting about in there. What class are you taking next?
Are you well versed in the squatters' rights?
Not quite. I'm aware of the concept.
Beautiful stuff. And those were just scraps off of another necklace that I made. I keep some of the scraps, and then of course, maybe they'll make jewelry someday. Maybe they'll just go in the tumbler and then make jewelry someday. So that stuff isn't necessarily junk just because it wasn't the piece that I made the necklace out of that day. Let's go for some of these pet woods next. Lots of these. I think there might be 2 different pieces of this. Let's...
You come back, your family's like cuddled up in a corner. They're like,
He's here.
who's here?
The squatter.
I'm gonna I'm gonna throw them around. Let's see. I think these darker ones are in one piece, and those lighter ones.
It's like this really scrawny.
Those might be actually something that I did find here. Actually, now that I look close at it. Okay, so this is the stuff I think I actually found.
Who are you? Like he asks you, who are you?
Oh, come on.
Homeless guy
There we
sitting on
go.
the couch.
I live here.
Not homeless.
Yeah. I'm not homeless. This is my house.
Aw, good. Mom, glad you liked those. She said she loved the little tumbles that I'd sent.
What track, eh? Yeah. I really
Nice little druzy pocket in that one.
keep up or whatnot.
That's all right, Shroom. We know you're driving. Please don't chat and drive if it means your safety.
I hardly can. The only reason I can is because my dad is making room.
Oops.
So I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but
Bear, that was fun last night, by the way. If you guys didn't catch Bear's live last night, go back and check it out. He did a package opening from J&V Rock Hounding and one for myself, and it was very enjoyable.
I don't know what you wear.
I did send a couple of these to Bear. So he was able actually to show some of this stuff before me even. Look at him go.
I'm getting bombarded by Trevin Carter and I a lot.
Here was a piece of pet wood that I did not. Oops, there's one more of that stuff I did find. Don't let me tell you stories. You guys keep me honest.
Ah, yeah, cool. And I've been like, how's it been? Where do you live? You should give me
Thanks,
a-
Angie.
And he did.
They are pretty awesome, aren't they, Bear? I was deeply tickled when I pulled these out of the tumbler. I was like, oh, actually, just as they were going along, I think I messaged Bear once a week and was like, oh, the stuff in the tumbler is looking really good. And then again next week, this stuff in the tumbler is amazing. And then again next week, it's almost ready, Bear. And then as soon as it came out, I think I was hollering at him. Look at the stuff I pulled out of the tumbler. Beautiful polish on that pet wood.
Okay, when you do edit, if you do, probably wait a week, maybe a week and a half, maybe two. I don't know how it's gonna go. But when you do, ask him, are you Tony? Our Tony? Tony from somewhere?
Oh, that's another piece of my stuff. I obviously did not do a good job sorting that
The one and only. When Carter asked him, he's like, yep. the
for
one
you
and only.
guys.
He's like, yep, the one and only.
I can't even remember last night, says Spot. Did the ninja aliens come and get you, Spot? Did the visitors visit you?
Like a smaller chunk.
There were visitors in Bear's Live last night.
Little piece.
Thanks, Angie. Yeah, those turned out absolutely stunning. I like those. They're going to be great for wire wrapping. They're going to make beautiful jewelry.
Here's a piece that's
I dislike this crack in this one, but it's not as prominent on the other side.
It's pretty sour. Or whatever you
Okay.
Oh?
I do not have ceramic media or other, beads or pellets or anything like that with my tumblers, with my tumbles. Sorry, the words. But another load of agates come out. 3 months, Angie? Wow. No, I keep a handful of stuff that's already pretty soft, pretty smooth. I found a bunch of that Sherman stuff, John, that looks like it's already tumbled. And so as my levels in my tumbler get lower and lower, I'm ready. I've got all kinds of stuff that's already pretty smooth and ready to go in that needs a better polish, that will take a better polish. There's a Moony Moonstone. These are just random out of the top of this jar here, but I've got jars full of stuff that as my tumbler levels get low, I just add more rocks to my tumbler. I love you. I'll see you later, baby.
Yeah, be good, baby. Bye.
There's another Sherman batch. Some of the stuff in the Sherman stuff is well polished and doesn't need another polish. But some of it could go. That one could go. One more round. Even that pudding stone that he did that just made me laugh out loud. This could go another round. In fact, maybe all he did was hand polish, which is smart because it's kind of a little grit grabber. But I just go through my rocks and add to. I just find something that I can add to keep my level where it needs to be. And I'm not an overly picky tumbler. My levels may be a little high or a little low sometimes, and I'm just like, it's close enough. Okay. Oh, one more. I did send a piece of this to Bear. The piece that I sent to Bear looked a lot like this one. It was probably on either side of this piece that his piece came from. I don't know what this is. Oh, Karen, I'm glad you're back, because some of this stuff is like jewelry-licious. Yeah, I don't exactly know what this is. It's something that I got at the auction up in Canada. And it was a bigger piece. It was a slab. I like this one. This one's one of my favorites. Look at this business up here. So again, I just cut the slab into some like little pre-shaped pieces. I'm not too picky. And then let her rip. Put them in the tumbler and let them go. I even like this little guy that came out. Yeah, thanks, Papa, for joining us. Hopefully you have a good day at work. Hopefully it goes by fast and uneventful. Look at that one, guys. I think this side's even prettier. Oh. Piece is so big it almost doesn't fit in the camera screen. That zoomed in anyways. And the last piece of that I have to show you is this one right here. This part is not translucent at all. The rest of it, it is fairly translucent. But what's weird about this rock too is that this part didn't really take a polish. Wow, I can't believe I don't have a spray bottle handy. Holy cow. Okay. On all of these pieces of this particular stone, hello, this top part didn't really polish. I mean, it polished, right? But check this out. See how much more like burgundy it is now versus that like muddled gray? I mean, the muddled gray is fine, but yes, Ryan. Ryan says, nice. I figure if my cabbing efforts fail, then I can throw them in the tumbler. Yes, for sure. So I just dried that piece, and now we're back to, oh, except on the edge there. We're back to that kind of muddled. Like I say, it's polishy. But yeah, I love it. I actually think that's really cool. Like, I'm going to go back to this piece with the little bloopity bloops that went up into that. Again, that whole piece did that. It could be that like burgundy red color, but instead it kind of took on that muddled. I don't dislike it. It's just, I thought it was kind of interesting. Oh my goodness. What happened? My other device went kaput. There, I think we're back over there. That's where I read my comments. I kind of need that. Oh, you're back. Woofda. Thought I'd lost you guys. said something went wrong, and then it was doing the little spinny wheel of doom over there. Okay, we'll start with some of the littler pieces of this, even though they're just as impressive as some of the bigger pieces. Focus, please. Holy battle. Beautiful little bit of agate of some kind. Again, this is stuff that I bought up at the auction. Cut and tumbled. Just a little guy. He'd be nice to add to a little goodie bag for somebody. Oh, what's next for this one? Actually, I want to do this bigger one next, and then we'll bounce back to a couple of the smaller ones. Let's see the bigger one. It's had some of that green. In fact, we're missing a couple pieces of this. I wasn't as thrilled with the green. Here's a piece of it. I actually didn't even know if it would tumble. It seemed like it was a more brittle material, but it actually made it. It made it through the tumble. Like, that's a cool little piece. I do like that little piece. See if we can get some light to come through, backlight a little. Yeah, kind of a pretty little guy, excuse me. And hydrate. Oh, thank goodness for coffee. And Joseph's lurking while he's working. Yeah, that was fun, huh? Seeing Caden's projects, or you mean the little rock? Oh, there I'm doing the drift. Sorry, I had to hydrate. It's like jelly. It's just so polishy that it looks like jelly on the sides. I didn't again know if this piece would make it or not. I mean, there was a real possibility that it would crack and break into several pieces in the tumbler. It did make it. And it's stunning. I like this stuff a lot. Whatever that little yellow thing was. Okay, I love all this fine banding in this. You can see it in the reflection. You can see it in the stone. There are pieces of this, though, that the reflection has kind of a texture to it that's absolutely stunning. And so there's more going on to this rock than initially meets the eye. Gorgeous little piece. Look at that backlight. And I'm not even trying. That's just the natural light coming through that thing. Oh, you guys. How pretty is it? Oh. Oh, I've got lots of different pieces in it. Piece to show you yet, Ryan. We almost lost the end of this one, but we didn't. It hung on there. Oh, look at that druzy up there. I know those raw edges, like I say, they just look like jelly to me, moi. Oh, we can see my fingerprints. Let's see if I'm just going to smear them now, I'm sure, but yeah, look at that texture that's in the polish even. And let's do the backlight trick. There's a combo of front light and backlight. Isn't it freaking pretty, you guys? Maybe it's just me. Maybe you're like, yeah, that's enough. Put it away now, Allison. Let's see something else. This piece had kind of a bigger druzy pocket in it. I tried to kind of frame that in a larger pendant. I'm glad that it didn't break coming through the tumbler. The other side, there's less cracks, but also less beautiful druzy pocket. Preserves are my jam. Way to be punny, chubby hubby. I absolutely love the humor. Yes, when they come out looking wet, you feel like you've accomplished something. Agree, Angie. Agree. Agree. Again, just that jelly on the edge. I love this stuff. It is so pretty. So, and I don't know what it is. Some kind of agate. I mean, we can definitely agree on that. It is hard. It is agate material. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love how when without backlight, it's kind of a pink purple, blue purple. And then as soon as you backlight it, it's like yellows and oranges and whites. And I mean, just what a versatile piece. Different lights, different colors. Gorgeous stuff. Okay. Then we're down to the last piece, though. And this stuff was fun. A lot of trial and error here. I didn't know if this would go with this. I mean, I figured this would polish on a flat lap or a cabbing machine, but I didn't actually know if this would polish in the tumbler. This is a crappy representation of this, but we're going to look at the littler chunks here. Little broken guys. Okay. Moving into some bigger stuff here. And Jeff, this should look familiar. I've sent you some of this material. I wish they would get in there. Let's see if we can get it to get in here. It's not. It's not getting in there. What can I do? Tap to focus. Can we do anything about this? Can we zoom it farther? How about unzoom it? How about unzoom it all the way and rezoom it? Check out that pocket right there. It's super busy. Somebody said pretty busy. I wish it would focus on the, oh yeah, look right below my finger. Do you see that little sparkly guy? Right in the middle of that orange triangle, square, hexagon thing. Okay. I really wish it would do a better job, but the details in the details, folks, the details in this rock are so stinking tiny that all of these little golden bits, some of them have like a little pyrite down inside. There's a few over here, but yeah, that one that was catching the lights like right there. And those little bits are just so geometric. The shapes and stuff in them are just so geometric, and the camera is not picking that up. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the next piece because maybe this one's got more of those little shapies in it and we'll get to see them. Boy, just not quite doing it. Focus. Oh, how pretty. Ryan says it's looking at my finger. I don't know if it's going to do us a whole lot better than that. Anyway, I love the long piece. So let's just quit focusing on the tiny details and let's just like, I love this shape. I love this long piece. This one isn't, but you know what, Jennifer? You're right. Some rocks are not photogenic. And usually they're the ones that are like really awesome in person, right? And you're like, it just won't. And the same thing kind of happens with people sometimes. You'll think, oh my goodness, this person I know should be a model. And then like every picture they take, you're like, oh my goodness, they just don't photograph well. So rocks can be the very same. You think, oh my goodness, this is going to be the most stellar rock to put on my thumbnail. And then you just try and try and try and cannot get a good picture of it. They're some of those geometric shapes. Oh, baby. Oh, Rufo. Hey there, man. I was really excited about this material. I still am. Boom. You just got flashed. It's really, really unique, really cool stuff. Again, not showing off so great on camera. There's a little shine out of that little pyrite-y piece right there. Oh, you guys. Each piece just so completely different from the other. Yes, nice pendant pieces. I agree. And some of them I'll probably put into pendants, and some of them I'll probably just pedal off. Let you guys have a wrap at it, or a pour at it, or a however you set your stuff. Look at that little agate bit on the corner. How cute is that? Aww. Aww. So, we had an entire, and I do mean entire, tumbler full of cabs. Oh, he's not a cab. He's not a cab. But I think it's important to put a couple of those, like, other shapes in there so that you don't just get this motion. If you put a piece like this in here, it's gonna, watch what happened. Oh, that rock flipped. Now the other side, so I don't always just, I've never actually loaded the tumbler with just cab pieces. I've always popped a little something in there that's got some shape to it. But yeah, what a fun batch. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to do it again. Absolutely cannot wait to do it again. I've been hoping that the weather would get nicer so that I could put my trim saw outside. Thank you, Angie. You're so stinking sweet. And, you know, I got on this morning with you guys and was bragging. I was like, oh, yay. The weather is much nicer today than it was yesterday. And then it like snow, sleet, hailed. And I was like, I can't even identify the precipitation we're getting right now. And now the sun's coming back out and it looks like there's another gray cloud behind it. That's typical spring weather in Montana. Spring, summer, winter, fall, we have it all in one day. Oh, I just can't wait. You guys, some of this stuff is going to be absolutely stunning. None of this stuff is so enormous that it's an offensive cabochon. These are a few of the larger pieces, and they're not offensively huge. And then some of them absolutely dainty and delicate. So, oh, thanks. Liked and followed and all of that stuff. Get back to work. Yeah, thanks, guys. I didn't think I had the patience for tumbling. And when I had one barrel, I didn't have the patience for tumbling. Now that I've got 3 going, I'm almost like, wow, it's almost a lot. Like, I'm not bored with it now that I've got 3 tumblers rolling. Yeah, they'll make great jewelry. I agree. I will be able to fill the rake up again soon. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's the plan, Stan. I'd really like to do some more dino bone stuff too. I've got a couple pieces here, but they're mine. I've kept them for me. So, but there's Dino Days or whatever, and I don't even know if I'll be able to make it, but by God, if I could make it, I'd sure like to show up over there with some dino bone jewelry. So Dino Days over in Rudyard that I might try to make it to this summer and take you guys with me. So things in the future. Also, yeah, I mean, I did go out the other day. I did find this weird rock. We're going to probably get him chopped up soon. Just, yeah, some other stuff going on. We found some more stuff for tumbling material. There was some cute little stuff that's going to be real wild when done. So it wasn't a total bust, but it just wasn't my most successful hunt. I did find something kind of interesting, actually, that I didn't show you guys. Look, I found an agate. Does that count? These teeny tiny shells. I should have showed these when we were turned around the other way, but maybe I'll probably do something with these, and this won't be the last of these that we see. These are teeny tiny pieces of like shell, and they've got that like pearlescence to them. Of course, you can't see that right now because they're wet. But they've got, what is the word? When the shells shine with that lustery stuff that, like mother of pearl, is that maybe not just all it is? All it's called? Anyway, they're just itsy bitsy little tiny pieces. Hey, Karen had a word. Knacker! Knacker! That's the word! They're just itsy bitsy little shell pieces, but they do have that knacker on them. And so I may be able to do some tiny projects with some of those. I couldn't believe how many of those I found, actually. I was like, what in the world? It's like it's the micro zone today. So that was kind of exciting because I don't usually find those, but yeah. That's it, Karen. I just couldn't think. Yeah, for some inlay stuff, exactly. Plus, like, just those little tiny, like little collapsible glow blockets with the little, like, the words, holy cow, with the little, like, magnifier things. I think that some of that stuff would be cool to slip into some of those. I just finished one of those. It almost went into that sale with Topher and Sue the other day, but I didn't get it listed in the invoice soon enough, so it'll go into the next show. It's probably in the kitchen. I might have showed it once already, but I'm gonna show it one more time if I can find it. I did find it. I did. See? I'm just kidding. So it's a little zoomifier. Zooms you right in there so you can see all the bony details. But what's super cool about this piece, if I can get the chain to stay out of the way and not blind you with my big Larry. Oh, baby. Ah. A bubble zoomer, exactly. A bubble zoomer. And it's got one terrific piece of bone inside of it. Go toward the light. Yeah, that's a beautiful, like, fully polished piece of dino bone in there. I mean, it's just a little piece, but oh, buddy, it's got some, it packs a little punch. It's a punchy little piece. That's a punchy little piece. Oh, good, moi. She says, oh, that's super cool. That just gave me an idea. Stay tuned, LOL. Good. I love that. I love when we can inspire each other to try some different things. Give each other a good idea. Well, I like it even when we can give each other a bad idea. Speaking of which, Karen, did you buy the ombre wire yet? I'm assuming the role of Theo this week is the little devil on Karen's shoulder. Buy the wire, Karen. Buy the wire, Karen. Karen, buy the wire. And the other one's on Karen's shoulder saying, pay the bills first, Karen. Pay the bills first, Karen. And this one's going, buy the wire, Karen. Buy the wire. Yes, absolutely. No, thank you for letting me know that you know, I sent a spark out into the universe. That's cool, moi. Oh, yes. So I love it when we give each other good ideas and maybe even bad ideas too. There's sometimes by the wire, Karen. Oh. Yeah, glad for that. Moi, glad for that. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there's the precipitation again. See, wasn't I just saying that it was a beautiful blue sky just a second ago? Now it's spitting on the window again. Write it down fast. Write it down, moi. Oh. Yeah, not gonna get the trim saw outside today. It's all like sad. I wish I could use it today and not make a big mess. I wish I could use it because it's spitting cool water at me and it feels good because it's so hot out. Like, I cannot wait for the good weather. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. She says you send a lot of sparks into the universe. Thanks, man. Spot, do you live in my brain? Says Angie. Oh, but the key to writing things down is not just writing things down, but then remembering where you put the thing you wrote. Oh. Well, it is, isn't it? Well, it's not quite rain. It's a little it's a little slushier than rain, but not quite snow, not quite hail. It's not quite sleet because it's shapelier than sleet. It's kind of like just big sloppy precipitation. Remembering where the 20 notebooks you bought went and which one you wrote it down in, and then where you folded that note up and stuck it. Baby steps, Allison, baby steps. Right? It's one of these sticky notes, I know it. Oh, thanks, John. He says, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's just about time to go refill my mug, so. And you see that little peak of light coming out of the saw there? You know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Mwah, wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Feed me. To the chopper! Get to the chopper! Oh. I'm here to cut everything, says Angie. Awesome. So yeah, and the trusty apron. And the, I mean, I don't just wear these because they're awesome. I wear them because they keep my hair under control. Look at that. Double purpose. Like, we are slaying it today. Look at us go. We've got good hair and eye protection. The masks aren't far away either. There's a mask too. So, yeah, I'm just about ready to suit up and head into battle. Feed the chopper. Yeah, be well, Josh. Who's also been putting some videos out. Who else? Jeff's got some good stuff out right now. Al said he was doing some stuff. I haven't checked in on that in a second. Sweet headband. Yeah, thanks, Moi. Yes, and Rufo, you guys. Oh my goodness, did you see some of the beautiful stuff he had the other day? Oh, and look at Angie using her wrench. Way to go, Angie. Yeah, Rufo had a little radio silence there right after his move and when he started his new job, which is absolutely understandable. Life gets crazy when you're trying to do all that stuff. So he did, and he's been kind of picking her up again now, so check that out. Yeah, I agree. The hair bun is like totally needs protection for sure. I mean, it's a majestic hair bun. We hate for anything like hate for anything to happen to it. More stylish than a headband, absolutely. Makes a statement too. Yeah, so you guys be out there doing the things. Gosh, I feel like I'm the worst. I'm telling you to do the things. Go do those things. Hit those like buttons. Leave a nice comment. And then I've watched Jeff's last video twice, meaning to leave a comment, and I still haven't. And all I gotta do is even just like pull pull a Manny. All I gotta do is like peace, smiley face, peace sign, and there, I've done my nice thing to help support my rock hounds. But I just am like, cool video, and then roll on with my day. So the talking saw, you're so funny. Do the things, yes, Angie's got it. Angie's got it. Do the things. You guys know what to do. So anyway, yeah, check everybody out. There's a lot going on. Things, I mean, as the rock hounding season picks up, you'd maybe even expect some of the videos to kind of go down as people are spending their time outside. But due to like the great technologies and the wonderful world of the interwebs, we're taking you guys with us more often. And so I'm looking forward to this summer as everybody gets out and gets on their adventures and gets up to stuff. And I can't wait to join you guys on some of your adventures and to bring you guys along on some of mine. So, yes, thanks, Angie, for that wrench. She's doing the things. Yeah, cheers, you guys. Oh, the kid took the Steinkern. I'll be back. How many of you guys raise your hand if you are so corrupt? And don't lie. Raise your hand if you're so corrupt that when I showed you the kid's Steinkern, you thought to yourself, you could put your rocks in there. You could put your rocks in there. All right, guys, cheers. Cheers and Steinkern. Cheers. There's nothing in my mug, but I don't know if I want anything in there yet because it kind of smells like epoxy still. And maybe that's what's wrong with me. Just kidding. And I'll never make that face on YouTube ever again. I love you guys. Let's sing the song and sing along if you know. Pretty Rocks. John Jacobs is here. Sorry, we just started singing the outro song, John, but welcome to the first live. I'm sorry you missed it. You totally missed it. We're going to start the song over. We left everyone singing along, and I'm like, hey, John's here. Oh, Mr. Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt, would you sing the song with us? I know you don't know the words yet, but go ahead and sit back and listen to all of us sing. Okay, we're going to try again. Ready? And sing along if you know the words. Pretty rocks out on the prairie, pretty rocks are everywhere, pretty rocks for us to look at, pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty and they all are everywhere. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Go out and do something awesome. And in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind. See you guys around. Have an awesome rest of your week. Oh, John, I'm just going to say goodbye for just another minute so that everybody can say hi-bye to you. Sorry you got here. Yeah, cheers. Cheers. And Steinkerns. Cheers. Thank you guys. It was a blast. We'll do it again next Wednesday. And I'll see you guys around in the meantime. Happy hump day. You can do it. We've made it. We're halfway through the week. You can do it. All right, Mua, go out and do something awesome. I heard I inspired you. Get to it. And the rest of you, get back to work. Just kidding. Love you guys so much. We'll see you around. Be well, be safe. Oh, I think the bear, if he were here, he would say, peace, peace. You guys rock on. Where's the button? There it is. Bye, guys.